Now, this implementation guideline, as I was saying in the beginning of this meeting, that was the first guideline that we published out of this autonomous group. Now, the aim of that guideline was and is is to provide the guidance on the overall process. So we intentionally kept it agnostic to any technology. It's the process. So no matter which automation technology you are implementing, it can be applied. Maybe not all the sections applicable, or maybe some, up to it depends on the individual cases. So when we published that one, so we had after that we realized that there are still some more sections we need to put in. We need to upgrade that document with the new with the experience that we got of using autonomous systems in various in a mining industry. So can you go to the next one, please? So this document was mainly the first version is mainly people felt that it's mainly for the surface mining, but to me it is still agnostic whether it's a surface or underground. However, in this version 2, we would like to we are looking at providing a section or a chapter, or maybe consider underground mine throughout the document, so that there may be some nuances of the underground mining, and we would like to capture them. Another aspect is the life cycle cost. Now, in the first, I think we just had the implementation cost and how to look at the cost and benefit of autonomous system. But I think we may have missed out or left out overall life cycle of it. Because what we realized that once you implement, it's not the end of the story. There are continuous upgrades of the system, and those costs the implementing company needs to take into consideration. Those are the ongoing costs, which may not be realized at the start of it, but this is our effort, or our aim will be to provide some guidance on it. In the first one, we left cybersecurity out with the one line saying there are other standards. We didn't want to go too detail. But in here, I think there is a demand that we provide a little bit more info on the cybersecurity. What are the standards applicable outside, and what we need to look at, sort of high-level dot points or some description of it. Another key aspect that was felt was about the performance and the metrics. How you decide which performance metrics to performance parameter you need to evaluate once you implement the autonomous system. So we'll try to provide some guidance on it. We'll definitely like to get experience or input from people on the call here. They would have some performance criteria in mind, or they're using it. We would like to know them, and as far as possible include in this guideline. And the last one is expansion of executing and deploying autonomous systems. So ops readiness was a very small chapter. We want to expand on that. So how you deploy and execute a system, that's what we're gonna look into this guideline. So go to the next one, please. So these are the high level sort of summary of different chapters that we are updating. Now, people I think would agree that there is a difference between management of change and change management. And that's what we're going to highlight here, that what the change management means. It's not management of change. MOC process, as we call it, is well established. The change management may not be. In terms of a business case, as I said, we'll like to incorporate the complete life cycle cost. So that's why the last the words there, ongoing cost. That's what we'll like to provide some reference there. In terms of health and safety, it's always evolving. What we need to look at, or what different standards or regulations are coming out. So we'll try to provide that. The emergency management planning is one of the key aspects that has to be thought about. That's why we'll have a little bit more information there. In terms of regulation, as I said, there are a number of regulations coming out, and it's good that we got regulators online here and also from across the world. So we got Peter, very thankful Peter for Peter O'Loughlin is from Western Australia regulator. His help has been extremely valuable. From workforce, community, and social impact. So that's another aspect that we would like to capture because nowadays it's a social impact is very important. It's not the new thing. It's becoming when we look at ESG part of it. Social impact, social responsibility is going to be important. So we should be capturing those in this guideline. Next, please. I already talked about ops readiness and deployment, so we are going to beef up the section for ops readiness. The trouble is, there are so many things we can put in ops readiness, and it may become a guideline on its own. So we are conscious of that. We will try to keep it as a small chapter, and if the need be, if the committee or the wider community feels that we need a separate document, then we can look at it as an offshoot from upgrading this document. Next, please. I'm going quickly, conscious of time, because there are two more groups we want to talk about. So again, as previous and for all guidelines, your participation is extremely valuable and important. Please volunteer. It's all volunteer based, but it is worth because you love. It's a labor of love kind of when the guideline comes out. That's what I feel. And I would think that you will also feel the same way, that you will feel the fulfillment of you've done something for the industry, not just our own company where we put the blinkers on, but this is thinking outside the box. Thank you.